Hi friends, I'm Dave and it's time for your TNT Tech Tip this week. Now we all know how to join a Zoom meeting, right? We all know what a Zoom meeting is, otherwise we wouldn't be a part of this club and we probably wouldn't be seeing each other right now. But there is a function inside Zoom that allows you to spruce up your background just a little bit. It's a chroma key function, and that's something I want to show you today. And if you use this thing, forget about that blah background. You can spruce things up and you can be just about any place you want to be. Let me show you. First things first, we're right in front of our computer here, and before we start talking about chroma key, let's just talk about the setup really quickly here, because there's a real neat quality thing, a very simple quality thing you can do to boost how well you actually look in front of your computer here, whether you decide to do a chroma key session or not. To boost the quality of your picture, the easy way to do it is to actually use a very simple lamp, like a very simple desk lamp like this, and you're sort of pointing it. You can see I've sort of beamed the light just a little bit off, so it's not directly on me. Otherwise, if I did that, I would be overexposed. I'd probably be just a bright white light, to tell you the truth, if I decided to do something like that. But what I want to do is I just want to deflect the light and make sure that I am brighter than my background. That is a key thing right there when you're doing good lighting. It's a key light, using lighting terminology, and I want to look the best I can. And of course, I want my people that are watching me on camera to actually be able to see me, right? We're going to get into a Zoom meeting right now, and as you can see, we've created a Zoom meeting right here, and you can see as I take my cursor and I go along the bottom, you can see that we've got all the different functions that are right here that come along with the Zoom meeting. The function I want to draw your attention to is this one right here. You can see we've got everything here, but you notice we've got the camera and we've got this little caret right here. Now, if I actually go and I click on that caret, you notice I've got the FaceTime HD camera, which I'm looking at myself through right here. And then I also have the ability to change some video settings if I want to. I could possibly do that if I felt like it. Or otherwise, I can choose my virtual background. And that's exactly what we want to do. We want to change the virtual background here, and you have that ability. So as we press it, you can notice how we get in here. And we have the ability to change our virtual background. Now, they've loaded up some presets in here, and you'll see that I've got some additional stuff in here as well. Now, if we decide not to change the background, there we are. It's just the way it is. But if we go with some of the presets, and by the way, I will tell you this much, you'll be offered the option of downloading a package. That's what they tell you about as you look at this. So we have some additional backgrounds. Follow my cursor here. We have San Francisco, and we also have grass, if we want to do that. We can be outer space and be very cosmic if we want to. We can also check out some of the ones that I actually downloaded myself. But once again, these are some of the preset ones here. We have blue if we want to. And then also we've got a GIF. You know, you could actually load up a GIF if you wanted to and use that as your background, and you could have some animation going. Let me talk about some of the images that I already have loaded up in here. And this is an example of some images that actually came off my hard drive and I already have loaded up in here. And you can see that I've got Disneyland in here, and I also have some members of a youth leadership project, and I can scrunch down far enough and I could almost be a part of the photo, right? Hey, I'm in this. We've also got pathways here, Toastmasters pathways. I wonder if I mirror this, if I can get, yes, look at that. If I use the mirror function, which is right here, I can get this turned around and you can actually read Toastmasters pathways. How about that, huh? This is, of course, a picture from First Avenue. And if I get rid of that thing and I go full screen right here, suddenly I am outside First Avenue and I have a whole crowd around me, and you think I'm pretty urban, huh? But I'm really just coming to you from my office. So you're probably wondering to yourself, okay, so great, Dave, how can I download an image? How can I get an image from my computer onto this particular program right here and have it in the background? We're going to come back here with the caret. We're going to go to the choose the virtual background, and you'll notice right here, if you hover over this little plus sign right here, it says add image or video. That is your cue. So if you click on add image or video, it's going to say, well, did you want to add a video behind you, or did you want to add an image? Well, I think I'll go for an image. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my downloads that I have in here and just choose one at random. Now, I've got some pictures of a church behind me in here, and I'm thinking, geez, that might be kind of cool. So I'm actually going to open up that image and download it, and we'll put that in our library right here. And so suddenly I'm outside a church actually here in Rochester. There I am. Not looking too bad, right? And by the way, there's a church service on Sunday, so come check it out, huh? Now, for most of us, this is going to be fine. This is going to be just fine quality. But there is one other feature that is in the background here that you can use to make your background look even better, even slicker, even more professional, if you will. If you look right down here, you'll see that it actually has a little thing that says, I have a green screen. Now, if I'm to press that, what it's going to do is it's going to start looking for the background here. It's going to actually ask for a manual picking of the background color. And it's seen the tan right here, and it's basically the same thing we've been dealing with the entire time. But if I decide to change things up, if I decide to go with a green screen background, we can make this image even better. Let me show you. This is where we actually add the chroma key green screen to the big picture right here. And this is where you would actually put it, right behind you and right where you're going to sit down. You would have this chroma key green screen. Now, it doesn't have to be something like this, by the way. You could actually go out and buy yourself some green fabric if you want to. You could buy yourself blue fabric if you want to. But if what we're trying to do is come up with a solid color behind you that the electronic system will key in on and say, okay, I know what that color is, and essentially this is what I'm going to be blind to. Normally, under normal circumstances, you would also light this up just a little bit on both sides. So it is more even. It is easier to deal with. Well, let's show you what the effect can be, though, when it comes to actually putting that image behind you and making it look even better. We've got our chroma key screen behind us. So let's come down and let's choose that virtual background. Once again, we have the blue behind us, but let's just say we feel like the San Francisco Bay, or otherwise, maybe we want to go back to First Avenue. Yes, let's go back to First Avenue. And what we can do is we can use this little feature right here, and we can just point right into the background, right there, and come back over here and click. And so suddenly now it's seeing the green screen right there. And if we come over and then we decide to click on the image, in this case we're going with the First Avenue image right here, and we decide to get rid of the background there and come out here full, you can see that what it is doing is electronically this whole system is blind to the fact that we have a green screen behind us right here, and it is mirroring what we're telling it to see electronically right here. So suddenly we have First Avenue behind us, and it looks fantastic, doesn't it? And you'll also notice too, if I go this way and I start moving my head like that, it is very smooth. The clip is actually very good. You can see how now it's not futzing out with my hands. If I got rid of the fact, if I told it I did not have a green screen in the background, you notice that it goes wide right here. It's a little less stable, but still you got a pretty good thing going right there. You've actually chosen a virtual background and you've spruced things up just a little bit for your Zoom broadcast. So there you have it. There is your tech tip for this week. Go ahead and use that chroma key function that you have right here in Zoom. Change your background at a whim. Change it up many times during the meeting, and no more boring backgrounds. You hear? Have a great meeting.